Hi guys, it's Kieran and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm showing you guys how I use the amazing Revlon brush. I know a lot of people kind of have a love-hate relationship with this. I personally love it because I do have kind of more frizzy and curly hair, and this really helps smooth it out, and it really gives me like a nice like sleek and straight blow dry with a little bit of flip at the end. I'm going to be showing you guys all of my tips and tricks on how to use it, what products I use, and all of that good stuff. So before we get into the video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also hit the little bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a new video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram so you guys can keep up with me on a daily basis. So if you guys want to see how I use this Revlon brush and all my tips and tricks, then let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay guys, so this is my natural hair. It is curly, frizzy, thick, all of that good stuff. I did shower about, I would say like 30 to 45 minutes ago, and I think it's about, I would say like 50 to 60% air dry. So my biggest tip with the Revlon brush is do not use it when your hair is wet. That's what happened to me, and I got a lot of breakage from it. So the reason why is when your hair is wet, it's very fragile. So when it's fragile and you're using a hot tool with it, it's just so prone to breakage, and you do not want that. So make sure your hair is honestly like 70 to 80% dry, which actually I'm about to use a hair dryer and just lightly dry it before I go in with the Revlon brush. So just please make sure you do that. That is my #1 tip with it, and I tell everybody, because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know, like the Revlon brush didn't work for me, I got breakage from it, this and that, and that's most likely why it's happening, as far as I know and with my experience. So I'm actually gonna go in with a few hair products before we start with the hot tools. Add the Therapy smoothing cream, and I'm just gonna go lightly all over in my hair. I do feel like it kind of helps with frizz and just with smoothing out my hair when I do blow dry it. I feel like it does make a difference. Okay, so another product that I really like is the Briogeo Farewell Frizz Leave-In Conditioning Spray. I love this. I think it works really well. All of Briogeo products are so nice. So I'm just gonna lightly spray this because I am using another product and I don't wanna like weigh down my hair either. So I'm just gonna lightly get that kind of all over the ends. Next, I'm gonna go in with this. This is the Color Wow Dream Coat. I've been hearing so much about it. Basically, it magically transforms texture and it has amazing humidity proofing power. And I just wanna say one thing, my hair is thicker, so it can hold a lot of product in it. If you have finer hair, I probably wouldn't go through all of these. I would maybe try a few of them and see what works for you. But I've heard this is great for kind of any hair type. So let's see, I'm actually very excited to try it out. I'm gonna go in with my IGK Good Behavior protein spray. This is my heat protectant that I use. 450-degree heat protection, and that is what you need, and it is so important. So please always use your heat protectant. And I'm just gonna lightly spray it all over my hair, kind of lift my hair and spray it as well. It's so important to protect your hair. Honestly, it makes the biggest difference. I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna use a hair dryer. You can really use any hair dryer you have. And I'm gonna lightly just go in and air dry the rest of my hair. Like I said, it needs to be like 70 to 80% dry. It needs to have a little bit of dampness to it, but not too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and dry it. Okay, so my hair is pretty much about like 80% dry. It's just a little bit damp, so I'm actually gonna go back and just brush out the rest. But as you can see, my hair is pretty frizzy and pretty curly. I did get the Brazilian blowout done, and that actually has helped with my hair, like the amount of time it takes to make my hair, which makes a big difference. But it's still frizzy, curly, a little bit dry. That's just the natural texture of it, and that's not gonna go away. And I actually like it because, oh my god, I'm looking in the viewfinder, I look like Medusa with my hair like this. Let's go ahead and fix this mess right now. So I'm gonna pin my hair back. So I like to do it in sections. So I am going to do 3 sections. So I do obviously bottom, middle, and then top. This is gonna be the first section. As you guys can see, my hair is nice and curly. I'm actually gonna take a little bit more of the heat protectant spray and just kind of lightly spray that on top. And then we have the star of the show here. So I'm gonna show you guys So I'm gonna actually split these in 2 sections. And what I'm gonna do is, turn it on. I put it on the highest heat setting. I do have thicker hair, so just keep that in mind. Please put the heat according to what works for your hair. I'm gonna start and go under, and I'm gonna smooth it out. But when I do it, I'm gonna kind of lift at the root and kind of start turning the brush. I'm kind of start turning it at the bottom too, and I'm actually going to turn it and put it on top just to smooth it out even more. And you want to lift up, that's the key, lifting up, and that's what's going to give you volume. Once it's smoothed out, start to roll it at the bottom, roll it upwards, hold it for about 5 seconds, and then you want to spiral it down the surface like this. And you're going to get a pretty little flip. And so I'm trying to like lift my hair up. I'm just going to hold it for a few seconds just to kind of let the heat sit in and then let it go. So that's how you do that. So basically you want to lift at the root when you're doing it. You want to smooth it out, kind of get to the bottom, like roll it a little bit, and then you want to flip the brush on top, go that way and smooth it out, and then you want to like roll it at the bottom, pull it up, and then spiral it down. That's the best way it's worked for me, and that's the way that I do it all the time. So let's go ahead and do the other section. Just like that. It's a really pretty flip. Let's go ahead and do this side. Okay, now we're gonna just keep the top section and then do the rest. Clip that and split it and bring it to both sides. And I'm gonna take my heat protectant, spray it. Again, I'm gonna split this section and I'm gonna do the same exact thing. So this is the second section and the first section combined. And as you guys can tell, my hair is nice and smooth. My hair actually feels really soft. I think it might be that Color Wow, the Dream Coat, but honestly, the biggest and most important thing is, of course, like I said in the beginning, use it when your hair is like 78% dry, but also when you are actually using the Revlon brush, some of the most important things are to go slow, especially if you have curly hair, and just make sure you're smoothing everything out. You can't just do 1 or 2 times and then expect it to be this, it's gonna be poofy and frizzy. You You have to like smooth, like go slow, smooth it out, go towards the bottom, lift it at the top, and then just do everything that I was doing. I mean, that's what works best for me, and I'm hoping this is helpful to you guys as well, but slow and steady with the brush is like the biggest difference. Be patient with it. That's the biggest thing with any hair tool, just be patient. It'll work, don't worry, you know? So just my advice. But now I'm gonna go ahead and pin this back. And now we're gonna take down the last section, and I'm gonna start with, okay, God, that's not cute. So we're gonna start with a middle part. The reason I like starting with the middle part is because if I want to put it to the side, there will be a lot of volume in it, which is always the best. So if you flip it, and I'll show you guys at the end how that looks, or obviously you can stick to the middle part. So again, I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing, but when I go to the top, I'm gonna kind of lift it up more, and that's pretty much it. So again, we're gonna spray heat protectant. I like to put a little bit more on my ends and my bangs because this is like where I pretty much put a lot of heat. So I'm ever refreshing my hair, you know, my bangs and all that. So let's go ahead and start with this back section. So you wanna lift it and smooth it out. Alright, now for bangs. Alright you guys, this is what my hair looks like after it's all done. I don't know if you guys can see, but I do have the flyaways and stuff. That's natural, right? So one thing I do like taking is actually this pomade. This is from The Way. It is called a matte pomade, and I just like taking a little bit, just a little bit on my finger and kind of warming it up. You don't want to take too much. And then you can watch it here, but any flyaways, it'll just help kind of keep them down as much as possible. I don't know if you guys can see a difference. Now it's not really sticking up anymore. So the pomade is really nice as well, just to kind of tame the flyaway. So I will also say that usually when my hair is like this, I'm not really going anywhere, or I like to do it when I have a few hours after, because it is still a little bit frizzy. It's still kind of freshly blown out. So typically it kind of calms down a few hours later, or even the next day. That's one thing that I've learned using the Revlon brush. So just like my 2 cents on that, because a lot of people are like, oh, your hair looks so smooth with it, this, that, and no, I get that too. I get the flyaways as well. Like, it's normal. Also, remember I was telling you guys that if you do it to the middle, you can like flip it to the side and it gives a lot of volume. So let me show you guys. I like to kind of take a brush and just brush it out. But you guys see how much volume is at the top? So that's one reason why I like doing that. Okay, and then another thing I like using is something to just smooth out my ends. So I either like going in with an oil. I'm pretty much out of this one. This is the June oil. It's one of my favorites. I'll link it down below, and I have a discount code as well. Or since I'm out of that, I don't know if you guys remember this from back in the day. This is the bedhead after party. I used to use this in high school all the time, and I bought it again recently, and I forgot how much I like it. So honestly, any smoothing like oil or like serum will do, but I just like to take it, kind of just get it like on my ends, and then even on my bangs, like at the ends, just to smooth everything out. Hey guys, that is the end of the video. I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys learned a tip or two on how to use the Revlon brush. Honestly, it's the best thing to give me like a kind of more straighter blowout with a little bit of flip at the end. So I will put all the links down in the bottom bar below for everything that I used today. And if you guys did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.